you just talk a little bit about stopping a moving buck in your kill area?
Yeah, so I think he's asking, like, your opinion on stopping a buck going man or whatever whistle.
Yeah, I did a
Besides
video
just
on
a
that.
buck grunt, you know.
Yeah.
If there's any other theory about that you got?
I did a video on that on my YouTube page, and I showed some film of some different deer in some different scenarios. I got one scenario where my son has a doe walking by, nonchalant, has no idea he's there, and he goes bit as he comes to full draw, and that deer without hesitation just blasts out of the area. And I've seen that with bucks and stuff too, and I've seen him stop perfect for a shot. Well, my take on it is if I can, if I think I can stop them and I'm not going to alert them, you know, like they're not already on edge and they're not speed walking, I'll kind of wait for a shot, right? And I won't force it with a stopping or whatever. But if I think that they're walking too fast or they're a little further out than I want to shoot a walking deer, then I'll try and stop them. But I do caution that it doesn't always work like it does on TV.
Yeah.
Occasionally they just blast out of there. They've been in that scenario before, especially on heavily public property, you know, heavy pressure property. You got to remember too, a lot of people might not realize this, but when I shoot a mature buck on public land, generally you find a couple projectiles in it. You know, you find arrow holes through the ears, you find wounds in them, you find broken bones in their legs and, you know, broadheads in their shoulder blades. I mean, they don't get to be 5 or 6 years old without, you know, learning a few really hard lessons on pressured land. So it's not like the private land you watch on TV. But that said, usually it works, but just keep that in mind, it's usual. So I would try, and if I have the room, I would wait for a natural shot when the deer stops or whatever. But if I don't have that room, if it's in tight cover, you got to get them to stop between limbs or something, well, then you got to do what you got to do.
Dan, I fired on the same topic. Didn't you talk about a deer, was it last year's deer that didn't stop and you had a reason for that?
Yes.
You didn't cover that early on.
Yeah, the mature buck I shot last year in early season, I knew where he was bedded. He came out of the bedding, was walking in, and he got behind a bush. And when I drew my bow, maybe I was a little excited or something, I drew it a little hard. And it made a little click noise. And it was a minute noise, but that deer heard it. It was dead silent out, and it just locked up, and it's on the other side of that bush. And I sat there at full draw for, I don't know, probably over a minute.
Yeah.
Which is a long time in a tree. And figuring he was going to run, and I could probably get a shot before he got back in the cattails at about 20, 25 yards, and he stopped and looked back. I just sat there full draw, staring at him while he looked around. Finally, he flicked his tail and he came in and he walked by at 10 yards, walking fast and hard, but no more concerning about that noise. But at that point, I felt that deer already got alerted once. If you're that age, you go and grunt stop him now, he's bolting out of there. So I took the shot walking. Because of that, I hit him a little bad. I hit him a little far back because he was walking faster than I thought. And I gut shot him, had to find him with a dog. But the point is, if I would have stopped him, I'm sure he would have not stopped. He would have bolted because he was already alert to my presence. So I would not stop a deer that has smelt me and he's like acting cautious, sniffing the wind or licking his nose. Licking their nose is a sign that they're smelling something funky. Or if, you know, you made a noise and he's kind of alert to you, or if he's crossed your scent trail going in there, I'm not stopping that deer.
Yeah.
I'm only stopping a deer that has no idea I'm there and it's just walking by. You got anything to say on that?
I, at all costs, try not to stop them. I've killed deer stopping them. I haven't really spooked one, but you really, like you were just talking about, like you really got to get good at reading deer's personalities before you do something like that. Personalities and their temperature. You know, if they're, like Dan said, if they're on edge, I wouldn't try it.
I can remember once when I shot one that was running by me full out, and I just yelled, "Hey!"
Yeah.
And I stopped. I shot it.
I think he was asking too, like, do you typically mant at them, or do you whistle or click your teeth together?
If you watch my videos, you probably heard a lot of all of it. You know?
Yeah.
I've whistled at them. I've grunted at them. I've
So
yelled
whatever
at
comes
them.
to your mind.
Yeah. I usually try to go or something like that.
Yeah.
But I go a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The thing is too, what you got to remember too is when you stop a deer, like say a deer's walking by you, man, or whatever,
Yeah.
they don't generally hear does grunting in trees.
No, right. Not
So
generally.
they get a little worked up and they look at you, and then when they lock back on you and you release that arrow, you're way more likely to have that deer drop the string
Yeah.
and go underneath your arrow, because
And you're shooting a
now
heavy
they're
arrow.
tense, they know something's up.
Everybody shoot a heavy arrow now and they
Right.
shoot underneath it.
Yeah.
No, kidding.
So just put 3 of them on there,
3 of them.
like buckshot. Right?